Hey guys, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a cake, and I actually don't know how to make a cake from scratch, but one thing I do know is that Betty Crocker knows, and she put everything that we need to know on the back of the box. And after years of experience, I've actually mastered this process. So today I'm just going to be sharing my knowledge with you guys. So, the first step is always going to be preheat the oven because that's the number one thing that I find myself forgetting. So, we're going to go over to the oven and hit bake, and we're going to set the oven to 350 degrees. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to want to do is wrangle up all the ingredients that it says that we need on the box. Because you don't want to forget anything in the recipe for the cake, because then the cake's not going to turn out how we want it to. So today, I've got my measuring cups, my oil, and then 3 eggs. We're also going to need to add in a cup of water. So first, we're going to dump in the baking mix. I've got vanilla cake and strawberry frosting. Sounds so good. Okay. So we're just going to use these safety scissors to slice open the cake, and we're going to dump it in the bowl. Okay. Next, we're going to measure out a cup of water just in the sink. I'm also doing this right over the sink in case we have a mess or I spill something. So that's a little tip. Okay, now we're going to measure out a half a cup of canola oil, which I'm substituting for the vegetable oil because we don't have any. Okay, so add that in. And then all we have to do is add the eggs. So in this recipe, the eggshells are definitely optional. In my house, it's a deal breaker. So, if you feel more comfortable, you can definitely crack the eggs in a bowl and then pick through them with a fork. But I'm feeling pretty confident today, so I'm just going to go straight in the bowl. Okay. Okay. Rinse off our hands a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to use the electric whisker, and I'm going to show you how to look. So, we're just going to set this on high. Okay, I'll be back when it's done mixing. Okay, so we know that it's done mixing when there's no more little bubbles or clumps of cake mix. So the next step is to spray the pan. You're going to want to spray the pan so that the cake doesn't get stuck to it. Okay, now we're just going to dump the cake mix straight in the pan, and then we're going to even it out after that. You might need a little spoon to get all the excess out of the bottom of the bowl. So yeah, all we've done so far is preheat the oven. Then we got all of our ingredients together so then we didn't forget anything. And we add them all in the bowl, mix it up, now we're just putting it in the pan. There's different cook times depending on which size pan you use. This is a 9 by 13. So I think it's going to be 28 minutes. But you're going to want to keep checking it in the oven to make sure it's not too brown or it's not too gooey when you take it out. Okay, so I've got most of it. One way to even it out so then your cake is all like one level is to just bang it on the counter. Okay, now it's all even. And now we're just going to wait for the timer to go off to make sure the oven is to the right temperature. After that, we're going to take it out, test it with a toothpick, make sure no dough comes out. And then if the no dough comes out, open this one off. If no dough comes out, then we're gonna let it cool and then we're gonna frost it. Okay. Okay guys, so the oven went off at 25 minutes, so now we're just gonna poke it in the middle and see if any mix comes out, and it's clean. Now we just have to let it cool, and by the time it's cool, I'll probably be having to get ready for work, so I won't be able to show the finished product, but all we have to do now is frost it. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you learned something today.